Navin Lalu's streaming network, specialist in clean audio, multiple camera angle view and a photo slide for professional live streaming. Call Navin at 335-0205. Navin Lalu, bringing real-time events to you and yours. Navin Lalu's streaming network. Call him 335-0205. Also available fantastic drone footage. Navin's streaming network.
शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते 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 ॐ नमः शिवाय O Rama ho, O Rama ho. सुख मुख में मेरे, सदा रहे तेरा नाम रे। चार चुकेरे गूंज बस एक, जय सिया राम रे। जय सिया राम रे। मिलकर राम बोलो, राम बोलो, राम राम बोलो रे। हरद जिस पर मेरे रामा, तू करुणा की छाया रे। रामा, ओ रामा, रामा, हरद जिस पर मेरे रामा, तू करुणा की छाया रे। जिसके आगे सर को झुकाए, जूती जग की माया रे। जूती जग की माया रे। बस एक राम बोलो, राम बोलो, राम राम बोलो रे। राम, राम,
Ram 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 Jai Ram 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 Ram
बोलो श्रेयोदयापति राजा रामचंद्र की जय। प्रेम से बोलो श्री पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। प्रेम से बोलो श्री राजा रामचंद्र की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेव। भगवते वासुदेवाय नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। सबको सीताराम। जय सीताराम my dear friends, and a warm and cordial welcome to each and every one of you this evening. On behalf of my brother Pundit Navin ji and his wonderful family, his Dulahin. You all know her as Caroni, I know her as Oma. So Srimati Oma Maharaj ji, their two wonderful sons, Pandit Satyam and Pandit Shivam. Extended family this evening, his parents who are seated to the top. I see Chan watching me and she laughing. She gets the best seat in the house. Sotaha and Onka Kanta, of course, on behalf of Day as well. It's with extreme pleasure that I welcome all of you this evening. To my brother for performing puja, Pandit Prakash, Samsundar, Tavari, Pandit Vishal, who is seated with us on stage this evening. We are increasingly blessed to have the distinguished presence of for Upadharmacharas of the Sanatan Dharma Mahasabha, Pandit Devdat Vyas. He was asking me earlier on how we're doing this. Mata Devo Bhava, Pita Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava. Mother and father, first Guru, and then of course in this world, Panditji becomes the most important in the life of Pundit Navin together with his family. So it's indeed our pleasure to have him and of course his Dharam-Patni. Panditji is fortunate to have his Guru and his Guru Mai here this evening. So it's our pleasure to have you, Panditji, President General of Sanatan Dharma Mahasabha. You know, many a times we address him as Pandit Krishna Rambali and we call him Uncle. All of us fondly call him Uncle and we call his Dharam-Patni Kaki. That's growing up name from small, we know Uncle and Kaki. But if I may, he is our Nana. His eldest brother is Pundit Navin's Aja. So he's no stranger to us. He's our own blood. And of course Kaki is our Nani. Although we say Kaki and Uncle, they occupy a special place in our relation line, and as such of course it's our pleasure to welcome him and Kaki this evening with us. Pandit Prakash ji, Yognath Maharaj ji, and his wonderful family, his daughter Pooja and Sarvesh. Pandit Prakash, that's Pandit Yognath, Pandit Navin and myself, we share a long-standing connection way back when we began our careers as Pandits, and Panditji of course was here on a visit. He resides in New York City now and he's here on a visit. He was here on a family visit, and I guess with or without invitation he was staying. So we are increasingly blessed as well to have him in our presence. Shri Anand Maharaji, no stranger to us, who is always here, Hans and Karuna. One who is very near and dear to Panditji and his family, and you know, as a parliamentarian, he makes himself available to the people, which is really and truly the inherent calling and duty of those who serve. I speak of no other than Sriman Rojanath Indar Singh and his Dharam-Patni who are here this evening. The Dulahin of the late Pandit Sundar Maharaji and the Mami of Pandit Navin and her family who are here, that's Pandit Vishal's mother, who are here this evening. Members of our family, a huge family that is here, Kaki is here, and one of my uncles, Mahindra. Extended members of family on both sides, on Pandit Navin's father's side and his mother's side who are here. The in-laws of Panditji, his mother-in-law is seated to the front, his father-in-law is behind, his brother-in-law of course is the president of the Mandir. You, my dear friends, each and every one of you, family, friends, chelas, shishyas, well-wishers, all of you who have joined this evening in marking this most auspicious occasion with my friend, members of Shivarjan and group on stage, Krishna Bhai and Durga Shakti, and of course Rohit who does sound for us this evening. Navin is here. Navin, I think you're doing live stream. Yes, so Navin and is doing live stream. So to all of those who join us via the live stream as well, we want to take the opportunity to heartily welcome you. I have the privilege and the honor of being with you for about 1 hour. So that's about 15 minutes that just went there. So let me do my 45 minutes duty. It's wonderful to have you. Let's all sit upright for a few moments as we clasp hands, close eyes and bow our heads this evening. Extremely blessed as well, the principal of the Caroni Hindu School, my good friend and colleague on the executive of the Sanatan Dharma Mahasabha, Shri Ralph Peterji and his Dulahin Lakshman who are here. As we bring our minds into focus onto the feet of the divine. जन्मन जन्मंतारे द्रुक और दरिद्र को विनाश करते हैं. Lord, who is merciful to the devotee and truly shares his blessings by burning away the many sins and difficulties that approach us. जिनके हृदय में असीम कृपा को सौभाग्य भगवान को परम अनुग्रह कृपा से, the devotee in whose heart cherishes the most beauteous and counteous form of the Lord, who is moved by the devotion unto the feet of such a Lord, that Lord becomes benevolent and showers His grace upon such home and families and brings delight to such souls. देने वाले भक्त वत्सल शरणागति, the Lord who is the giver of all, the one who looks after the fallen, the one who shares His grace with the devotee that approaches with a loving heart. उन परात्पर परमात्मा परब्रह्म मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम भगवान श्री राम नमन करता हूँ. Onto the feet of such a all-prevailing, all-knowing, and auspicious Lord, I offer my salutations again and again. Hari Om. Hari Hari Om. Hari Om. Vakratunda Suryakote Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru me Deva Sarvakareshu Sarvamangalamagalye Shive Sarvaarthasadike Sharanye Trambike Gauri Narayani Namo Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunataya Nataya Sita Pataye करुणावतारम् संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानि सहितं नमामि। बेगी हरो हनुमान महाप्रभु जो कछु संकट होई हमारा। कौन सो संकट मोर गरीब को जो तुमसे यही जाते हैं तारो। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो महाराज। नमः। रामायण सुमिरन। जेहि सुमिरत सिद्धि हो गणनायक करिवर अनुग्रह सो शुभ सबको सन्मति दे भगवान describes in our scriptures, of course, that whenever there are difficulties that his devotees fall prey to, he himself will come to relieve the distress of such great souls. Our dharma is based on many fundamental concepts, and as Hindus, we identify, of course, with certain things. One is puja. Every home is supposed to perform puja, and every Hindu is duty bound to perform puja. So whether you do it mansik, within your mind, whether you do it physically by making offerings, whether it be 5-step, 10-step, 16-step, matters not. You must perform puja in your home and with your family. We do simple puja every single day. We are supposed to. So we get up in the morning and we have a routine that we work out, and we'll worship and honor and adore the Lord. And then we have pujas whereby we would invite our Pandits, like our Reverend Punditji and all of us as Pandits, to your home And occasionally, some may do it twice, 3 times, once for the year. We perform the worship of the Lord. So this is one of the fundamental things that we must do as Hindus. Secondly is reincarnation. We believe that there is the existence of a soul inside of us. And that soul is born and reborn until it attains oneness with God, which is what is called moksha. So Tulsidashi Mahamuni makes reference of a verse that is taken from the Vedas when he speaks of Charu Purushartha. What he says is the 4 Purusharthas: Dharam, Birth, Kam and Moksha. Moksha is aim of all souls. We all here because of moksha. Whether we choose to walk on the path that leads to it or not, our souls are bounded to the world by the rope of karma until it will attain the supreme state of moksha. And the other is belief in avatar. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirabhavati bharata. Gita tells us right. Abhyutanam dharmasya. That when Bhagwan, of course, when there is a drop in or decline in dharma, Bhagwan will come himself. So this evening, one of the many beautiful avatars, this evening Pandit Roshan is here, Pandit Young Pandit Vivek as well, Kalyan, Pandit Prakash, brother. So, Ado Ramaptapo Banadi Gamanam Hatva Mrigam Kanchanam Vaidehi Haranam Jatayu Maranam Sugriva Sambhashanam. The Divine Lord, realizing and upon the plea and the call of the devotee and the many devotees that would have been undergoing many torments, much like what we are undergoing now, but we are only at the beginning of it. It is going to get much worse according to our scriptures. It is going to get to the point that, almost 100 times or 1,000-fold greater than the extent to which it is now. But this is the process. So the Divine Lord, having established himself in the home of Koshalpuri, of Raja Dasarath, and to fulfill the word of his father and honor the plea of a mother. Sometimes we get torn in your family. Father doesn't want him to go, mother says you have to go. Check the predicament the Lord in. Father says, you don't leave me. If you leave me, I will die. Mother says, if you don't go, I will die. So what is he to do? What is he to do? He's torn. But they are in a family that when they give their word, they stand by it. And standing by his word, he leaves in the company of Sita and Lakshmana. There is great filial attachment. Not only his immediate family, but the entire of Ayodhya Puri, Nagarvasiyas, they are so attached to him that they cannot part ways from him. It is seemingly difficult to break that bond and that affection that is grown between themselves and their Lord. Many would have done arduous penance and birth after birth they would have made constant pleas and requests to be born in the vicinity of the Lord or where the Lord is. So after having done so much penance and now they have to separate themselves from the Lord. Emotionally it is painful, but duty holds, and Bhagwan is Madhyada Purushottam. He is one who holds firm to Dharma. So he leaves, and when he gets on the outskirts, he requires, of course, along his journey as he begins, the assistance of many devotees who would become friends and family. How strange this world is at times. That we make so much bonds, we forge so much ties And even loved ones and along with loved ones, those who do not bear any form of familial attachment to us, they become our family. And one such, of course, is our katha, a short katha that is taken this evening. So Tulsidas writes and recalls our thoughts. Ratu hao rat ram tan hari he nahi, dekhi nishad nishad vasadano sisa pachitai. Everything that happens in your life and everything good that comes to you, it is because of some good karma that you have done in your past lives. Make no mistake about that. If you possess a particular skill, if you are well endowed with wealth, if you have name, fame, status, position, if you have wonderful family relations, saubhagya, all of that is because of the grace of Bhagwan and some good that you have done in your past life. So Tulsidas writes very beautifully. When he gets on the outskirts of Ayodhya, on the banks of the holy Ganga, a devotee will become family. And he explains to us very beautifully. Sumantra rat ko ha ha god Ramachandri ko dik dekar hin hin haane lage. When Sumantra, of course, the charioteer of his father would come and say that you have to come back. He says, no, turn around, straight home. I have my duty now to fulfill it. Yaha dekh kar nishad lage, nishad ko shir banu dhun dhun kar pachataye. Now when you live a good life in this world, you have no short of good that will come to you. Everything that you do in this world, every good act that you perform, every good thought that you have, every good counsel that you give, in your times of difficulty, that is returned to you 1,000 times. And similarly, if you do some act of adharma, it will also return to you 1,000-fold. So in this case, of course, a devotee stands ready and waiting to fulfill his duty to his Lord. Yaha dekh kar nishad. There was a nishad, a boatman, Kevat. Bashishir dhuna dhuna padkai. He waited patiently. And when he saw the Lord, of course, he put his hands together and again he started to bow. Tulsidas writes very beautifully for us. Jai Ram Sri Ram Jai Jai परे मोर नाव जय राम श्री राम श्री राम जिनके वियोग से पशु इतने व्याकुल हो गए, उनके वियोग से प्रजा, माता और पिता किसके तरह जीवित रहेंगे. When beings that are now endowed with buddhi, with intellect, such as lower life forms, animals, when they begin to express human emotions and they themselves display great sorrow at the parting of the Lord, what do you leave for mother, father and family? You ever had a good pet dog? How many get attached to you and you're missing for a few days and you come home, what do you just do? Decide to run and jump on you and do something else. Why? Why is that? Why do they react the way that they do when they don't see you for a while? What causes that? Baba had Rocky. I meet Rocky once or twice, but I know him from over the phone. They form a connection. They form a bond. And that's why even they, Bhagwan says, Siya Ram mein sab jag jani, karahu pranam jori jogupani. And it have God inside it? What caused he to miss you so much and not miss me? What caused he to know that when you come home, he decided to wag his tail and run by you, and when I come, he had to sharp me teeth and wait? What causes that? And we say they're not smart, they're not intelligent. So if they have that emotion, they are feeling, because the Lord has left, could you imagine what parents would feel? So this is what Tulsidashi was reference to. Ramachandra ji ke sumar janarvas bhej ko diya hai. He says, you have to go. And what does the Lord do? He knows. The longer he stays, he will also become attached. And he has to leave. So what does he do? Ganga par karne lage. Ramachandra ne kevat nao ke mangu ko lana hai. He calls for a boatman. And if you have ever been to India, I want to especially welcome, of course, my brother in Dharma, the MP for Shobhana's Fest, Pundit Navin, joining us, of course, this evening. If you have ever been to the banks of the Ganga, Pandit Devdutt is here. A number of us would have gone. Pandit Prakash recently would have gone for a number of times. When you drop on that bank, they man line up like taxi, you know. And everybody looking for a sailor. So just picture that in your mind. And Bhagwan is there. And if they know, if they're smart enough, they know that is God. They know that Bhagwan is standing in front of them. That's important. Tulsidashi reminds us of that. ना जाने किस रूप में नारायण मिल जाए, ना जाने किस रूप में नारायण मिल जाए. If the devotee is not intelligent enough, God will stand in front of you. Whole song we sing. बड़े प्यार से मिलना सबसे दुनिया है, ना जाने किस बड़े प्यार से मिलना सबसे. Only those who possess the greatest of love in their hearts and whose delusion has been removed, the veil of delusion has been removed by the pure and unsullied, unadulterated love towards the feet of the Lord. Only such a devotee endowed with the eye of wisdom, what the Gita calls Jnana Chakshu, will be able to recognize the Lord standing in front of him regardless of appearance. Na jane kis vesh mein Baba mil jaye Bhagwan. That's hard. How about if Bhagwan take on the form of the piper who does come by the window and knock when you stop on the highway? And when you come to ask for $5 and he shaking says, hey, hit the road. You have to be truly intelligent devotee. So Bhagwan says, of course, that he called. मैं तुम्हारा मन में जानता हूँ सब लोगों को कहते कि तुम्हारे चरण कमलों धूल मनुष्य को बना ले हैं. And one appears, the great Guha. Now when he does, he has a condition. No Bhagwan wants to go across. So he tells the Lord very beautifully. He says, Bhagwan, I have one request. Bhagwan of course listens. सब लोग कहते हैं, the whole world knows, तुम्हारे चरण कमल को धूल मनुष्य को बनाने दाने वाले कोई जाले हैं. Devotee is intelligent, very smart. He says the dust that touches your feet has some special blessing in it. And anything it touches, when that dust falls, it has transformed things, you know. And I have a request before you get into here. तुम्हारा चरण धूल मनुष्य को बनाने वाले कोई चढ़ा है. It has the habit of changing whatever it touches into human beings. जिनके छुत के शील सुंदर श्री हो गया है. There's a whole bhajan that we sing from time to time. भजो मन राम चरण सुखदाई. 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 This is feet of the Lord. Same is muttered in another line. कभी कभी भगवान तेरे भक्तों से काम पड़े. जानता गंगा पार प्रभु के वत की नाव चले. Same that is there. Now when he what mean Ram, for the sake of occasionally God does need we help, you know. Don't think he doesn't need it. As when you stand up in front of your puja and your murti and you pray, that Bhagwan, you move Bhagwan. So the same. He says, Lord, I have heard that the dust of that feet transform things to a human. जिनके कुल शील सुंदर को श्री हो गया है. My boat is made out of what? Wood. And I hear that foot touch a rock and the rock changed to a lady. Gentlemen, you could imagine if we foot had that power. And vice versa. Some of the fellas must be thinking, you know, if my foot could have touched a lady and changed it to a rock better. Let me say it in a young people lingo. Happening. When you're tied at knot, you're tied real good. And if the Pundit had a little bit of jod in him, well, tied real good, trust me. So he says very beautifully, devotee playing with Lord. Ram charan sukhdai, bhajo man Ram charan चरणन के निकसी सुर सरी शंकर जता समाई. Same Lord whose feet is the cause of the Ganga to come. Same Lord that is being spoken to by devotee. Ram charan sukhdai. भजो मन राम चरण सुखदाई. पत्थर सो काट कतोड़ा तो होठ नहीं है. Stone changed to Lady Lord because of the dust that is there. नाव के मुनि की स्त्री को जाएगा what's going to happen? I already have a wife. And if you come and you touch this boat that is made out of trees, out of wood, then what's going to happen? And that is my livelihood, that is how I live. And if that turned to a lady and I already have a lady, I'm in trouble. So Lord, I cannot have that to happen. That जाएगा इसके पदार्थ मेरे नाव उड़ जाएंगे रुक जाऊंगा. This is how I earn my living. I cannot afford to lose it. So भगवान says ही प्रतिपालता सुपुरवाई नहीं जानू कचोराई. Okay, what is explaining to him? That is नाव से सारे परिवार को पालन पोषण करते हैं. This is my livelihood. This is what I do to take care of my family. See Pandit Ji sitting here. See his whole family around him. What does he do to take care of his family? We serve Dharma. We serve Dharma. That's why Bhagavan takes care of us. Because of the sacrifice that we make. Same. Okay, what is saying? Same sacrifice that we make for the sake of Dharma. He's saying the same. He says, Lord, I take care of my family by this. Bolo Govind Jai Jai Gopal Jai. Sabko bolo. Govind Jai Jai Gopal Jai Jai. 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 Radha Raman Govind Jai Jai. Radha Raman Govind Jai Jai. दूसरे कोई की काम धंधा नहीं जानता. I don't know any other means of living. You think if Pundit Navin had to mix concrete for a living, would survive? I don't think so. All we can do is Panditite. My father used to say, अपने हाथ के फूल लगाए. When your hands soft like petals of a flower, how are you going to do hard work? So he's saying the same. This is what I do for a living. यदि आपके अवश्य हो पार जाने, चले तो अपने अपने चरण कमल को धोना नहीं, आज्ञा को दीजिए. I will do it under one request, O Lord, that before you enter into my boat, allow me, of course, the privilege of washing your feet. This is why I mentioned to you, only the devotee who has risen above the maya of the world can recognize and know the greatness of the Lord. Until that does not happen, and that maya is very powerful. That worldly maya is very powerful. Even the great ones, the exalted ones, even they get lost in it. But devotee whose heart is pure and true, they see beyond. So he says, Lord, Bhagwan, आप चरण कमल धोने क्यों आज्ञा दीजिए? Give me an opportunity to धोने को उसके चरण कमल, उसके चरण भगवान मैं और मेरे परिवार से धोने लगे हैं. Give me and my family the opportunity to wash your feet. Ram charan sukhdaay, bhajo man Ram charan sukhdaay. Ram charan sukhdaay, bhajo man Ram charan sukhdaay, bhajo man She writes very beautifully. Pada kamal dhoi charai nav naat utarai chau. Mohi ram raho anand dasharat shapatad sankaj kau. Vadu teen maadu halakupe jab lagi na paaye pakhar. Tab lagi tulsi das naat gopal paru utarai. He naat चरण कमल को धोकर आपके लोग अपने नाव को पट चढ़ाओ. Only when I have fulfilled that responsibility of washing your feet, मैं उतारू नहीं चाहूँगा. I swear, I give my word to you, Bhagwan, that I don't want anything from you. हे प्रभु, मुझे आपके शपथ हो दशरथ को सौगंध के आपके सकते हैं. वो भगवान, that you as well as Dasarath on your father's name. Know that whatever I say, सब सच करता हूँ. चाहे लक्ष्मण जी मुझे तीर मारे दो. If I refuse and I break my word, let Lakshman of course pierce my heart with arrows. पकड़ो तेरे न पकड़े लगो तब तक तुलसीदास की नाक के प्रालों मार भूल नहीं उतारूंगा. Until of course I do not wash that feet, I will not get the opportunity that I have been granted unto me. Ram charan sukhdai, bhajo man 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 Ram charan sukhdai. Bolo Govind jai jai Gopal jai jai. Bolo Govind jai jai Gopal jai, Govind jai jai Gopal jai. Suni kevat ke bane prem lapate jatapate. When he listens to the beautiful words of Kevat, Kripa Sindhu boli masukai, so kar ho jai, tavanna bana jai. If this is what you want, so be it. Always remember that. Everything is dependent upon us. That whatever we ask for, God will give. God is not going to stand up and say, you want this, and deprive you of it. See what he says? He says, if this is what you want, you go ahead. But we must not get angry when God gives us what we want. Whether it is what we deserve is another story. But as long as you ask, and you ask with a pure heart, Bhagwan will give, regardless of what the desire is. So when he says this, Jai Ram Sri Rama, Jai Jai Rama. Everyone. Sri Ram Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Sri Ram. Begi Anujala Pai Pakaro Hota Vilambo Utare Paro Bolo Jai Ram Sri Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Sri Rama. Everyone. Jaso naam sumi rat ekbara uttarai nar bhava sindhu apara. Bolo Jai Ram Sri Jai Jai Rama, Sri Ram Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama. So kripalu ke vatni hora, Jai jog kiye tiu pagaun te tora. Bolo Jai Ram Sri Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Sri Ram Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Sri Ram Jai. Begiano Jalapai Pakaro Ho Bilambo Tarahi Pao. Jaladi ko jal laga ko. Do quick. Bring water. Go. Come fast. I need to go. and he dips, he picks up. Jasu Nam is Sumidata Ekabada, whose name, when sung once, is the redeemer of thousands of sinners. This is the Sri Ram. That's why when you go funeral away, say Ram Nam what? When we meet people, we say Sita Ram, eh? Not Ram Nam Satya. There's a little political joke. We don't say Ram Nam Satya when we greet in. We don't say Ram Nam Satya when we leave in. We don't say Sita Ram when we greet in. Not so? You say, Aman, put your hand together and he say Ram Nam Satya. Where you going there? Is man have a box or something around waiting for me or something? So this is Ram. Ram Nam Satya hai, Sabhi Gati hai. This God is the only, the name of God is the only truth in this world. And everything in this world goes back to Him. Sabhi Gati hai. Everything has to go back to Him. All rivers flow into oneness with Him. Jasu Nam Sumide Eight Kabada, by uttering whose name once. Bhaju Bhaiya Ramana, Bhaju Bhaiya Ram, Govindare, Sri Govindare, Govindare, Sri Govindare. Bhaju Bhaiya, this is the Ram that is there, by uttering once. Uttadehi Nara Bhavasindhu Apada. One crosses the ocean of this worldly existence, which is why we are here. See that sign there? What number it's in on that sign? Although I can't see it here, but who is it in? What number is it in there? 50. I step in stone, you know. When you see you reach 50, tell yourself, Pranam Panditji, Pranam. According to our dharma, at 50 you're supposed to come out of grihasti. But times and circumstances, of course, determine all of this. But it is a hallmark moment in our lives. It is a time for reflection. It is a time for contemplation. Not that our lives have ended, no. No, not at all. Not because you have gotten to this age, you think that, no, by no means. But it is a good marker to look back and to pace ourselves and see where I started, from where I began. Am I at the point where I want to be? Where I projected myself to be? Is this the point that I expected to be? Am I falling short? Or do I still have to do it? We do that for everything in our lives. Our job, our career, everything. But Bhagwan is telling us we do it for our souls as well. Because soul has to go back. And this is what Kevat says very beautifully. Soi kripalo kevatahi nihoda jehi joga kiyatah pagatora. Waha kripalo Ramchandra Kevat se Ganga paar utarne lage. Binay ko kadne lahe. And so of course he begins now. Bhagwan is identified with Mahavishnu, Trivikrama. What is Trivikrama? One who took 3 paces when Raja Bali, of course, was sunken by the dwarf form of Bhagwan. And that 3 paces of land was given and the feet was washed by Brahma in the heavens. This is where the Ganga came from, the toenail of that Lord. Pad nak nirakhi kesi hadashi, sunhi prabhu jan mohi mati. Raghunath ji ke charan nak ko dekकर अपने उत्पत्ति स्थान जाकर और वहां समझाकर जिपोड़े हो चरणों स्पर्श न लगे लगा. That even the Ganga she came from him, and she wondering is this the same Lord that is standing in front of me? That is why I shared with you. See, the veil of Maya in this world is very powerful. In the Durga Saptashati there is a beautiful verse. Jnani naam piche tangsi devi bhagavati hi sa balada krishya mohaya mahamaya prayachati. This is a verse that we sing to the goddess. Jnani namapi chetans. Chetans means consciousness. Chetas. And jnani namapi. Even those who are endowed with this consciousness and have understood it and realized it. In other words, those men or those human beings who have become very exalted in this world. Chetang Sidevi Bhagavati Hi Sa. They come to you to get that blessing. Balada Krishya Mohaya. Akrish means to charm. Balada Krishya Mohaya Mahamaya Prayachati. The Maya is so powerful and veiling that it is only by your grace, only when one is in complete surrender, one is able to see beyond such. Until then, one remains like a grain caught between a jata, like a fish caught in a net, unable to untangle itself, although it resides in the water. So to us. So this is Bhagwan. This is the Ganga herself. She taught, is this the same Lord that I came from? But when this took place, of course, Jai Ram Sri Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Sri Rama Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Ati Ananda Uma Anuraga, Charana Saroraj Pakarna Laga. Bolo Jai Ram Sri Jai Sri Ram Jai Rama Jai Jai Ram. Barashi Sumana Sura Sakala Se Aaye, Ei Sama Punya Puja Ko Naaye. Bolo Jai Ram Sri Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Sri Rama Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Sri Rama Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Sri Rama Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. Sabko bolo everyone. Jai Ram Sri Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Sri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama. Ati Anandurbanuragi Charana Saroja Pakarana Laga. Atyadik together with his family. Great state of joy. Take joy in washing the feet of the Lord. I went to do a Guru Diksh recently. I wrote it somewhere wrong. I can't remember which one of my Gochi, but it was recently. Oh yes, I remember now. So one time to wash foot, I don't know what they frightened the child with. And they start to tell she, well, you know, if the Baba ain't wash your foot, you have to wash your foot. So she, like, apparently she was taken back, as we all are, the younger ones. And if that wasn't bad enough to add salt to injury, they tell she, well, you know, when you're done wash your foot, even if you walk barefoot and come here, and when you're done wash your foot, what you have to do? Drink the water. I think that could be welcoming, like what? Or it could be tormenting for someone who doesn't understand it. Shishana mokshadana lile deidharini sadeha pi videhaya tasmai sri Gurugita Gurave Namaha. The Shishya, his sins are burnt away when the waters of the Guru touches his, that washes the feet of the Guru, touches his lips and sprinkles Shishyanam Panka Padanchasya. When it falls upon his head, thousands and thousands of sins. When we christen, we say christen, but when we initiate or we give Guru Diksh, and that sankalpa is being made to give the gift after that you christened. Aneka janma janmantare papa, thousands and thousands of sin accrued from previous hundreds of births. May they be destroyed, O Guru Maharaj, by the waters that touched my lips from your feet. This same, in a state of great ecstasy, when this took place, धोने फूल को वश करके देवता को सिंघाने लगे. Even the devatas, they are overcome and they begin to shower flowers. पैरों को धोड़ पकाकर परिवार सहित स्वयं चरण को पीकर. We are taught never to, of course, be selfish in whatever we do. See Pundit sitting here? See Dulahin sitting there? And you see the two boys. Sat is on the stage, but Sat is here and Shivi is on the stage. When they come to do puja, all come together. Father ain't come alone, and children sit on one side. And the Dulahin say, well, you sit on today and I go sit on tomorrow. Parivar Sahib. This is what is called Parivar Sahib. Together with an entire family. They sat together. Family that prays together. Always remember that. Don't forget. पुण्य के प्रभाव से अपने पितरों को भाव सागर से पार कर मिलने होगी. And who has blessings as well? Hai ho Ram se milan kab ho andis wala chore. Hai ho Ram se milan kab ho andis wala. Yep. Your pictures, your pitaras. Whenever you commit or you perform an act of goodness towards the feet of the Lord, you alone don't benefit. What Panditji and his family is doing here, not only he, but his pitris, his Aja, his Nana, great Aja, great Nana, they all benefit from this. That's why when you do Yajna, that's why Yajna is so serious. Pandit Devdat is here, he will tell you. Yajna is not a joking matter. This is not a comedy fest when we sit and talk here. Yajna carries great merit and great demerit with it as well. Pandit Roshan Bairagi is sitting there. He will tell you. The gentleman that I was fortunate to call my guru was a tickler for that. You know why? Because what you do in Yajna can elevate your family and elevate your pitaras. As well as what you do, it can also cause their demise. And that's why it should be treated with utmost care and concern. Great attention, great devotion, great fasting, all of these things must go into it. When a family undertakes to perform such, they place themselves in such a delicate position, and according to the sacrifice that is made by that family, the appropriate rewards are given according to the sacrifice. Even your puja at home, whatever you do, and this is why Bhagwan outlines. He says not only him, he didn't think of only himself, he thought of his pitris, his pitaras, those who have gone before him. Why? Why do we need to think of those who have gone before us? Because in the great continuum of things, we do not exist in isolation. I cannot be here without my father. Nor my father cannot be here without his father. My child cannot be here without me. My grandchildren cannot be here without me, whensoever they come. So we are all interconnected, and that's why what reminds us of this, that अपने पितरों को भावसागर को पार करके आनंदपूर्वक प्रभु रामचंद्र को गंगा जी को पार गया. And because of this, of course, he gives a special, he prays not only that water that touches his family's lips and the head of his family, but it will always also cross his forebearers. Jai Ram Sri Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Sri Rama, Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama, यहीन ते सिया जाननी आनी मुनि मुंदरी मुन मुदित उतारी बोलो जय राम श्री राम बोलो When they were crossed, they got in, they crossed and they came to the other side. भगवान उसने ऐसे कर कर देखा प्रभु को संकोच हुआ कि इसके कुछ दिया नहीं है. He said, this man tell me in the beginning that he woke in and this is his job. So he has brought me, he has done his job. Now I have my duty to do. What is his duty? Piyahin ki siya jani nihari looks at Sita Mata without saying a word. Muni Mandir Muni Mudita Utari. And she knows exactly what he is thinking. He has worked and we have to pay him. This is the Lord. The Lord of the three worlds who gives us everything including the life that we have is saying that he has to pay a mortal. Could you imagine the nature and the compassion of such a Lord? This is why Tulsidashi mentions to us the day that we begin to associate and think that God is a man, we are totally lost. The Lord of the three worlds, and when he sees this, of course, Kevata Vyakul Hoka Prabhu Charan Pakara. She could read, they didn't have anything to give him. He is Banbasi. Raja Ram Chale Banbasi. Raja Ram Chale Banbasi. He is going Banbasi. He gave up everything. He doesn't have anything except one mudrika. Prabhu mudrika. Help me out. Prabhu mudrika. Adiyo. We had to go home and learn the Hanuman Chalisa. Prabhu mudrika. Meli mukamahi. Jaliri lange gai. Yes. So she took out from her hand and she gave it. And केवट ने कहा हे नाथ मैं आज क्या नहीं कर पाएला दुष्ट दुख और दरिद्र को आज ही शांत हो गए. He says, Lord, pull up. What you doing? He says, my friend, you have worked. I have to give you something for what you have done for me. You know, we are not supposed to allow anybody to do anything for us. When I was on my way to Amarnath, I took a horse. And halfway along the way we came down for the horse to drink water while we were going up. So the attendant, he's Muslim by the way, they all are, most of, because it's located in the heart of Kashmir and that district especially that I went to. That's what one of the routes that you go to. Most of the guides there are Muslim by way. The authorities are Indian based or Hindu, but those who reside there, they're Muslims. So when I told him I'll come down, he says yes. So I sat and the horse drank, and so I thinking, well, the horse probably tired. So I'll give the horse a little chance to walk, and I go walk, and then he go catch himself. So the fella stopped me, he said no. So I said, why? He said, no, we take money from you. I said, well, yeah, okay, but we helping, at least if she tired, she go get arrested. He said, no. He said, go back up, she ain't tired, she can take the weight. I said, you sure? He said, yeah. He said, if she don't take the weight, no. When you see you go there and you get darshan and you come back, and I owe you, I had to come the horse to tote you again. So I don't want that. They don't owe. You don't owe. Whatever debt you have, you pay. You never ever owe. Financial, psychological. Once you give a work and an undertaking, you always stand by it. So he says, you have paid, you have worked, and then of course, मैं आज क्या पालोगे? दुख दोष दरिद्रता. The sins and the poverty that I have, they have been burnt away today, O Lord. Remember Kevat in his last life had done intense tapasya in the form of Satyanarayana Vratkatha, Lakrahara. He was the woodcutter. He do Satyanarayana Puja, Shatananda Brahman. He Satyanarayana Swami, Hamare Dukha Haro, Beda Paar Karo, Beda Paar. Never think that those things are old. That is old time tradition. Because you see them old time tradition, and that Satyanarayana Katha is what make gardeners build big house. That the boss Ain and want to put property tax on. That same Satyanarayana Katha, that same Kathan, Jhandi that is what our forefathers used, and they reach to the pinnacle of materiality. Now we say na old time thing, you have to put on no Jhandi and this Katha and all kind of thing. That is old time thing, you have to believe in new philosophy. Good. And the old people used it and they watch where they got with it in their lives. So similarly, he had done that and got that blessing. So Bhagavan says very beautifully that when he sees this, he says, Lord, I cannot take from you. Ab kachu nath ki more, deen dayalu anugrah tode. I want nothing from you, Lord. There is a few lines that are written by a great sage. Ram charan sukhdaan, bhaj man Ram charan sukhdaan. Nai se nana ek dhobi se na dhobi re. देखे मजुरियाए क्या है तो मदिराए. प्रभु आए मोरे गात, प्रभु आए मोरे गात, तो पारू उतार दो. जब आऊंगा मैं तोरे गात, तो पार मैंने उतारियो. Okay, what's that? Washerman no charge, washerman. When one washerman washing clothes and another dhobi bringing clothes to wash, they don't charge each other because they're in the same field. Nai se na nai ek dhobi se na dhobi. They have the same job. So he's telling the Lord, he said, you and I had the same walk. So the Lord stopped. He said, how this man and I could have the same walk? So he said, Tavari is boatman. The Lord stopped. He pondering now, how is a boatman? Nai se na nai ek dhobi se na dhobi. Deke mujuriya re kya hi go gati pai. Same destiny, same job we do. And today this little river, was Choti ki nadi se? This little river, I am the boatman. मैं केवट हूँ, मैं नाव चलाऊँ. That you come to my home today, Lord, and I taking you across to this little boat. But one day, Lord, I am going to come to your home. When I die and I leave this world, I end up on your doorstep. And in that place, when I die and that soul comes out, you is the boatman. Prabhu aayega, tu paar maine utare. So I cross in you here. But when you say I reach there, Ram charan sukhdai, bhajo man Ram charan sukhdai. You will return the favor and cross me. Govind jai jai. Gopal jai jai, Govind jai jai, Gopal jai, bolo Govind jai, बहुत कीन प्रभु लगन से नहीं कुछ केवत में, रामा नहीं कुछ केवत में. वेदाकीन करुणायक भगति विमल तरुणे सिया पति रामचंद्र पर जय नाथ मम संकट हरो हरि. भगवान स्माइल. बहुत कीन प्रभु लगन सिया नहीं कुछ बेदे. And of course he did their utmost to persuade him. He would not waver on his conviction. He said, no Lord, I am not accepting anything. When that time comes, then Dham Ramchandra Dev uske nirmal bhakti ke vardhan dekar vida kiya hai. Bhagwan of course gave him whatever his heart's delight would have been. This is the greatness of devotion to the feet of the divine. When one attaches themselves and one has the type of love and dedication to the feet of the Lord, certainly they fall into the fold and company of the Lord, and their life's purpose is fulfilled. एक बात बोलो श्री अयोध्यापति राजा रामचंद्र की. This, my dear friends, brings me to the end of this segment. I want to cross over to both young Pandit Satyam and the Pandit Shivam. You all doing it together, fellas, or separately? Together? All right. As they prepare themselves, I want to take the opportunity to welcome Pandit Rudranathji and his Dharmapatni who are here this evening to join us.
Officiating Vyas, O Guruji, Pundit Navin, Omadath Maharaj. Puja Pandit, Pandit Prakash, Samsundar, Tavari. The Guru and Guru Maya of my father, the illustrious Pundit Vyas and his Dharmapatni. In his absence, the Guru of my mother, Pandit Vidya Jaikaran, and the Guru Maya of my mother, the Pandit Vidya's Dharmapatni and his daughter, the President General of the Sanatan Dharma Mahasabha, Pandit Krishna Rambali and his Dharmapatni, Member of Parliament for the district of Shuganas West, Pandit Dinesh Rambali, Member of Parliament for Kuba South, Mr. Rudranath Inder Singh and his family. I would like to recognize the presence of all our holy and noble Brahmins in attendance, namely Pandit Rudranath Maharaj and his Dharmapatni, Pandit Prakash Maharaj and his family all the way from New York, Pandit Vishal Maharaj together with his mother and sister, the wife and daughter of the late Pandit Sundar Maharaj, the Dharmapatni and the son of Pandit Rampatat Rambali, Pandit Vivek Maharaj, Pandit Roshan Bairagi and his family, and all other Pandits and holy Brahmins who are here with us this evening. To the host and hostess of this wonderful satsang, my mother and father, Pundit Navin and Srimati Karan Maharaj, together with my Aja and my Aji, Shri Gangarat and Srimati Jisodra Ramnath Maharaj, and all extended family. Members of Shiv Urchin Kirtan Mandali on stage with us this evening. Principal of Caroni Hindu School and executive member of the Sanatan Dharma Mahasabha, Mr. Ralph Peters and his Dharam the president of the Amarjot Krishna Mandir, Mr. Hanuman Maharaj and his Dharam Mr. Anand Maharaj and his Dharam to Mr. Navin Lalu and his technical crew who are currently streaming this special occasion for us, as so to the viewers and listeners who are present with us via this live stream, we welcome you. All esteemed guests, executive and members of the Sita Mandir, devotees, godchildren and cheerleaders of my father and this Mandir, Jai Sitaram. It is with great pleasure, on behalf of my parents and my family, I stand here accompanied with my elder brother, Panasatyam, to extend a warm and cordial welcome to each and every one of you who join with us in this celebration of this remarkable milestone in the life of my father, as we collectively commemorate his 50th birthday. This evening, we have a short program planned where we ask persons who have had the opportunity to experience the years and events which have occurred to lead up to this very moment, as they express their sentiments, their blessings and best wishes to each and every one of us on this special occasion. I now pass you over to my elder brother.
Jai Sitaram, everyone. To begin this evening's program, it is with great pleasure we invite our very first speaker, who is someone our father and family has an immense amount of respect for, has played a vital role in our father's life throughout his journey, and is an inspiration to us all. So, join with me in inviting the Guru of my father, Pundit Vyas, to extend his blessings through whatever manner he chooses this evening. Before that, we will conduct his puja.
Akandamandalakaram vyaptam yena characharam Tatparam darshitam yena tasmai sri gurave namah Shishyana mokshadanaya leelaya dedarane Sadehapi videhaya tasmai shri gurave namah Ajnanatimirandasya jnananjan shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai sri gurave namah Dhyanamoolam gurumurti Pujamoolam gurupadam Mantramoolam guru vakyam Mokshamoolam guru kripa Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Guru Mata Pita Guru Bandhu Saka Tere charanon mein Swami mere koti pranam
Principal Shri Prabhu Ramachandra ki jai. Officiating Vyas, most reverend, dynamic, intellectually competent, and no matter how many words I choose, Pundit Navin will always be one of the persons, one of the pundits we all look up to. Baba, thank you very much for a wonderful discourse, so many life lessons you have given to us. Blessings to you. Thank you. Pundit Navin and Karen and the boys. Now I remember the statement. जय से गुरु वैसे चेला. ये क्या है? जय से गुरु वैसे चेला. How the guru is, the chela is the same. So I'm not asking you to judge anybody, but Navin has evolved into a tremendous pundit, a family person, family oriented. I said I'm not going to make no speech today. My coming here is to give my blessings to this wonderful family. Many years ago, when Pundit Navin decided that I should become his guru, Nav, did he make the right choice? Don't say anything else, right? Okay. So let me, as godparents, we feel very privileged to have wonderful godchildren. Being good godchildren brings blessings to us. Just one short little story. In my days as a teacher in Freeport, every Monday morning, this gentleman will come, Baba, I want you to christen me. So I said, next time, the next time. So one day I told him, I said, in the month of November, I will christen you. He waited, November came. Baba, will you christen me? I said, no, I will not christen you. He said, why? I said, every Monday morning you're climbing up the tree and chopping the branch to fall in the river. And when you die, that will be my sin. I said, go transform yourself and then we will see about that. You see, when disciples do not live the right life, the guru has to pay the penalty for that. But I haven't drawn that to my attention one day. I don't want to carry the sins of anybody. So now I'm very proud of you. Blessings to you and the family. 50 years, you're on the mountaintop. You can see the two sides. So over these years, you have acquired quite a lot of knowledge, a lot of inspiration. So we pray that you will continue to do the service that you are doing. Remember, you are an ideal people look up to, right? People try to walk in your footsteps, and they are walking in your footsteps. So I want to say to you, my son, blessings to you, and I could not miss today for anything. So, my good friend, congratulations, happy birthday, and when the next 50 years come around, I'll be here to wish you. Thank you very much. Advance blessings to all of you.
Thank you very much, Panditji, for your kind words and blessings upon us. Devotees, before we continue our program, we will now join my parents in performing puja for my grandparents seated here.
Om Namo Swanandaye Sahasramurte Sahasrapadakshi Shirodabhave Sahasranamane Purushaya Shashvate Sahasrakoti Yugadadane Namo Namah Sarvatirtamayi Mata Sarvadeva Maya Pita Tasmat Yatnana Prapena Pujayeta Namo Namo Mata Pita Jagana Kamala Supojita Tum Mata Pita Tum Bandhu Saka Tum Swami ho Main Tere Das Tum Mata Pita Tum Bandhu Saka Tum Swami ho Main Tere Das Prabhu
Our next speaker on our program serves as the President General of the Sanatan Dharma Mahasabha, as well as the President of the Mano Road Shiv Mandir. Commonly known as Kaka, here in our Mandir, due to his eldest brother being my Aja, the Aja of my father. As such, he holds a close relationship with our family, and by extension, our Mandir. So I ask you to join us in inviting Pandit Krishna Rambali, who will now address us at this time.
Sitaram, everyone. Officiating Vyas Pundit Navin Omadath Maharaj. Upadharmacharya Pandit Devdat Vyas and his Dharampatni. I am thinking whether I'm going to call all these Pandits names now. So I think I will go the short way. Pandit Prakash, Pandit Vishal, Pandit Govinda, I see Pandit Roshan, Pandit Rudranath, and if there are others there, please forgive me. Our host and hostess, Pundit Navin Maharaj and Karen Maharaj, and their two sons, Satyam and Shivam, parents. I always find it difficult to call him by his correct name. I always call him Walker. Most of you will know him by that name. Gangadhat and Chan. Members of the Kirtan group, representatives in the House of Parliament, my son Dinesh Rambali and Mr. Rudranath Indar Singh, Anand Maharaj and his Dulahin. You know, I like when I come here, I see the next niece there. Paternal side, family is not very big. It's a few of us. I think I saw Hollis. It's not many, oh yes, he's here. Not many of us again. Devotees all. 50 years is a great achievement. And firstly, let me say to Pandit Navin, happy birthday. Now, there are many ways in measuring this occasion. I like to, when you reach this milestone in your life, what do you say? I have achieved. What do you achieve? I like to measure. Birthdays must be measured by achievements. And I want to go back to a story I would have told you here. Some years ago, I came to this Mandir with a colleague of mine from the Sanatan Dharma Mahasabha, Mr. Ramjit Maharaj. And when we walked around here, I felt sad. Pandit Navin was there. I think Kiran was there. And let's not go to the who was there again. And he told me, Kax, I will fix this place. And I had to go back to Mr. Maharaj, our late Secretary General, and tell him things will be organized. He watched me and in his normal way, he said, Krishna, you know what you're talking about, boy? Because he knew what was happening here and he saw it. And he told me we are going with our friends to have this temple reorganized. And they set about working. And I call what has transpired here, I call that achievement. So in your 50 years, you have done fantastic. And this achievement here is something that is for generations to come. not only this present generation. Everybody will be invited and allowed to use this temple to pray. And it's always a pleasure, you know. I told him on the last occasion he wanted to supersede Monroe Road. But he and his team, Kiran and the other members of the executive here, and his corporate people, they have done fantastic. And I really, really want to congratulate him and the members of this temple, because he has done it. He has been the motivating force. And that's important. You need somebody to take the mantle. And he stood up with the others, and this is what we are privileged to be in a house of God, that you feel comfortable, you are happy, and everything is working fine. About his family life, achievement, he has done fantastic there also. 2 children, both of them highly qualified. If I am correct, they are into their second degrees. Now finished the first, and both is heading into their second. So that is an achievement, and I think he has something to show for 50 years. And of course, I think we all should be proud of him. And I know in the allotted time that he still has here, he is going to make an even further contribution to society and to the Mandir. Let me repeat, birthdays should be measured by achievements. And I know that there are milestones in his life, and there are goals that he has set himself, so that I am hoping with the blessings he will achieve all of those. What do I say in terms of prayers? The name of the Lord, the name Ram Nam, everything will be fulfilled. That is light within, light outside, light all around you. I don't want to quote any of the verses, you know, because the old head forgets. Last week, someday I was with Pundit Navin, and I started Rama Nama Manideepa Dharu Jiha Deha Haridwar. And then I forgot where to go. So, but I know he has the blessings of the Lord, and my family and I, all we can do is to wish you continued success, and Bhagwan's blessing will always be with you. Panditji, you have reminded us a lot tonight. Thank you for the beautiful words and your blessing also. Thank you.
Thank you, Pandit Krishna, for expressing your kind words and blessings on this important day. Following our President General, this person, as mentioned, is the Member of Parliament for this constituency, Chaguanas West, and holds a position as the legal advisor of the Sanatan Dharma Mahasabha. So join us with great pleasure as we invite none other than Pandit Dinesh Rambali to briefly address us.
Sitaram, our Vyas, our Revered Panditji, Pundit Navin, Omadath Maharaj, President General of the Sanatan Dharma Mahasabha, Pandit Krishna Rambali, my father, my mother is here as well. Our ground puja Pandit, officiating as well, Pandit Samsundar, I say Pandit Praki, Samsundar Tavari, he is here. all of the other pundits, but there's a reason why I will want to attempt to call all of their names. We have, of course, our Dharma Ratna, our very own, and is the guru of this Pundit, our celebrant, chief celebrant today, and someone who stands out in the Hindu community, no matter which part of the country or which part of the Western Hemisphere that he goes to. And of course, I refer to none other than our very own Pandit Devdat Vyas. And he is here with his Dharam Patni. All other Pandits who are here, Pandit Vishal, Pandit Govind, we have Pandit, of course, Pandit Shivam, Pandit Satyam, we have Pandit Vivek, in the audience, Pandit Rudy, Pandit Roshan, and I don't know if I missed any. I know I heard some others being called, but I haven't seen some of the names, some of the faces. And of course, our chief celebrant here this evening, Pundit Navin, and his Dharam Patni Karen. And why have I gone through all of these names? Well, first of all, I want to say hats off to Pandit Shivam. And I think President's House should get you on their protocol staff. Because when I listened to him as a young man announcing all of the names this evening, he did such an excellent job that all we could have said really to follow was all protocols observed. And I saw your brother laughing at you, you know, that's okay. He was having like a nice little laughter at you while you were talking. But he did an excellent job. But I want to say that what I have heard here this evening is the very premise of our Dharam, Sanatan Dharam. So you would have heard Pandit Navin Omadath saying that, you know, we have the family life, we have the gurus. In family life, we have the elders, the mother and the father, and they pass on a lot of the traditions to the children. Even as the senior Pandits, we have, you could see it here, Pandit Devdat, Pandit Krishna Rambali, then you will go on to Pandit Navin Omadath, you'll go to our chief celebrant, Pandit Navin, and then and Pandit Praki, Pandit Vishal, and then you see it's going on to another another generation, Pandit Shivam, and all of them, Pandit Satyam, Pandit Govind, Pandit Vivek, and this is how it goes. Pandit Roshan is in our category, right? He's in the medium category. He's between the elders and passing on his knowledge to the juniors. And this is what we are seeing here today. Pandit Navin exemplifies, having received the knowledge of his forefathers, having received the benefit of their sacrifices, he is holding true to what our Dharam dictates for us as men, as young men. He is now handing out the benefit of what he would have gotten through Guru Diksha from his Guru. So as a Pandit, and as a father, as a citizen, as a community leader, he is taking everything that our forefathers fought for. He has not only benefited from it, he is making sure he passes on that benefit to the younger ones now and to the rest of the community. And this is what we are celebrating here with him today. 50 years. Yes, as your Guru said, you're standing at the top of the mountain. He has taken all that has come from our forefathers, his forefathers, and he's making sure that it is being used for the benefit of the younger generation. This is the pinnacle of Sanatan Dharam. Pandit Navin, in his katha, one boatman is meeting another boatman. It is one of the most beautiful kathas, and I want to commend Pandit Navin Omadath for the katha this evening, because whenever I hear him, I always get different perspectives on things that I may think that I already know. And so when I heard him, one boatman meeting the other one, he says, you know, I am a boatman. Kewat saying, I am the boatman. But I am asking you, you are the chief boatman. I will make sure you get safe passage here, over this lake, over this river. But you make sure I get safe passage in that lake, that sansar. And one of the nice verses that came to my mind, and I think my father has better memory than me, I will say that. One of the verses that came to my mind is, of course, none other than Mother Sita speaking to Lord Hanuman, reminding him, who is this Lord Ram? And with all the Maya and everything else, she says, this is the Param Brahm. Ramam Vidhi Param Brahma. Satchidananda Madvayam. Sarvopadi Vinirmukta Satra Matram Gocharet. That is, of course, in the Adhyatmic Ramayana, where Mother Sita is relaying who really is that Lord Ram, who you think, Hanuman, you know to be your friend and who you love so much. This is the God of gods. So, Pundit Navin, of course, this is Chief Celebrant Pundit Navin. He, of course, is now internalizing the truth that has brought him to this point. He is, of course, celebrating now under the blessings of Lord Ram. He is celebrating with his family. And as a priest, as a pundit, what do? He's not only walking the walk, he's not only talking the talk, he is walking the talk. He is not preaching one thing but living another life. Recently, when it is Shivam who was going abroad, Satyam was going abroad, what did he do? He had Ramayana. He had prayers here. And that is what he chose to do to celebrate the success. And of course, a stepping stone for his son to go abroad to study. Mind you, a joke was made on that occasion, and he has written, and he is looking marriageable now. Right? He's looking much mature than I remember when he was leaving. So what Pundit Navin, our chief celebrant, is doing, he is living in a way that he's not only preaching one thing, he's actually teaching us by the way, the example he sets for us in how he lives. I could go on and on. My father spoke about the family relationship. One thing I will tell Navin, growing up as a little boy, of course, Pundit Navin's father, Pundit Navin Omadath's grandfather, and my father are brothers. And when I was growing up, I used to get excited because you're hearing these stories. And what I could tell you about these stories, these men were not afraid to get down into the trenches. And if it came to physical blows, these men would fight. But what do you think they would fight for? You could never go to a wedding in the village and any lady would be disrespected if these men were around. You can ask my father that. They will, if it has to come to physical blows to protect Dharam, to protect women in the society, to make sure that everybody, if they go to a wedding, no lady would be disrespected. That is what they stood for. I would like to think I could do what they did, but I can't. We have to use the more refined methods nowadays, Pundit Navin, which he is using, which he is utilizing, which he is making sure to pass on to the rest of this community. So I want to tell him that I know in my relationship with him that what he stands for, and Karen obviously has a big part to play in this, he is not someone, any one of you can say that you ever came to him as a pundit and you confided whatever concerns you had and you had to hear it outside on the street. You will never get an opportunity to say that, not with Pundit Navin. You will never have an opportunity to say that I approached Pundit Navin and he was not willing to help. That is not, this is the man we are talking about. He is always willing to help. You will not have an opportunity to say you came to this temple and you left here unsatisfied, because him and his family make sure that everybody is treated as though they are at home. So this is the Pundit Navin. This is the Pundit Navin that I mentioned sometime recently, which people may take for granted. Pundit Navin Omadath does tell me as it is. Language he is used to, he will tell me. He will call me names and he will say, you know, if he wants to spark me up, right? But it was Pundit Navin, the chief celebrant, who was the first person who raised concerns about the Hindu community when we could not cremate our deceased ones during the COVID pandemic. He was the first one who raised that concern. And he called and he said, you know, Panditji, X, Y, and Z, we have a problem. I said, what is the problem? He said the Hindu community, they cannot afford to do this indoor crematorium. And as a consequence of that, the other rights are being compromised. The shaving rights, the bandara rights, and all of these things. He told me he had a concern about that. And then when I didn't respond to him almost immediately, about 2 or 3 days after, he called me to remind me again. But in between, Pundit Navin Omadath had called me, say, well, he and I, as I said, we have a different relationship. He said, Indian, Pundit Navin call you and tell you what's going on? So I said, yes. And that is all. But this is your Pundit. This is your community leader. So if you think all he does is inside the temple and he's not aware of what is going on in the community and in the country, it is a different story. He was the man who called. I still have that. I will probably have to snapshot it and email myself and keep it for my records. I still have where he messaged me to remind me about that incident. And it is that sparked the whole genesis of the fight back against that prohibition on Hindus from being able to cremate their loved ones open fire. So Pundit Navin, I have to say, I have already gone too long. I want to tell you that you are doing a tremendous job. I want to endorse and support exactly what your guru said about you. We see exactly what he has said. I want to support my own father, President General of the Mahasabha, in terms of what he has said about you, both in community service as well as family. I want to support that. I want to say to you that, you know, and all of us here, there is a nice saying in the verse in the Gita, Shlok, Kulakshaye pranashyanti, Kula dharma sanatana, dharme nashte kulam krishnam, adharmo bivavat yutaha. When you leave behind your traditions, which Pundit Navin is ensuring that this community does not do, if all noble traditions are eroded, that will spell our downfall. So you are responsible and you're doing a great job in ensuring that. And I will leave, you know, just part ways in a nice little blessing or prayer. And this is, of course, from the Rudri the Puru Sukta. I know my brothers will know it. Pandit Vivek, I have heard him saying it off, you know, by heart. And I know all the other Pandits are learning this. Shrishtate Lakshmi Shapat Kanyava Horatri, Pada Shri Nakshatrani Rupa Mashino Vyatam, Ishan Nikana Mumikana, Sarvalokam Ikana. May Lord Ram and Mother Sita, Lord Vishnu, Mother Lakshmi, of course, confer upon you, Pundit Navin, and Srimati Karen, and the boys, your family, and the wider family, their choicest blessings. Prem se bolo Prabhu Sri Ramachandra ki.
Thank you very much, Panditji, for extending your best wishes to us and your blessings upon our own family on this special occasion. Devotees, our following speaker is a very ardent and supportive member of Parliament towards his constituency of Cooper South. In addition, he wholeheartedly lends support to all the Mandirs in his village, as well as neighboring Mandirs in different communities, as well as our own personal family in that level. So I was now informed that he had to leave. So in his absence, we will thank Mr. Rudranath Inder Singh for taking the time off his busy schedule to be with us on this most auspicious day. Moving forward, devotees. At this time, my dear devotees, we have a young girl in our mandir who consistently and continuously attends our Tuesday service and yagnas, together with her family, to grace us with her melodious bhajans and kirtans. I speak of none other than Miss Dana Satnarayan. And at this time, we ask her to join us on stage as she will use her beautiful voice to render us a local classical bhajan. So, with a round of applause, let us welcome Miss Dana Satnarayan.
Jai Jai Gauri Pati Vrajapati Jai Jai Shri Ganesh Namo Saraswati Sharada Mangal Karo Mahesh. Narayana Thalkata Paramikata Antau Napayori Na Bikatve Yauke Biragata Gayamuni Bikata Viryadharmuni Bikata Gayamuni Bikata Viryadharmuni Bikata Yogi Angamajana Yoga Hunapayori Gayamuni Bikata Viryadharmuni Bikata Yogi Angamajana Yoga Hunapayori Shiva Saraswati, Bikatava Tayori, Bikatava Saraswati, Bikatava Tayori, Sabaguni Annake, Yame Samayori, Sabaguni Annake, Yame Samayori, Bikatanaya Gopal, Bikatava Jubaure, Bikatanaya Gopal, Bikatava Jubaure. Bikat miya chan sinjin gai ke sunayori na bikat ve yau ke mera kasa na bikat ve yau ke mera kasa gayamuni kata viryadamuni kata gayamuni kata viryadamuni kata Yogi Angamajana Yoga Hunapayori Gayamuni Bikata Viryadharmuni Bikata Yogi Angamajana Yoga Hunapayori Bikat Shiva Saraswati Bikat Batayori Bikat Shiva Saraswati Bikat Batayori Sabaguni Annake Yame Samayori Sabaguni Annake Yame Samayori Bikatanaya Gopal Bikatve Jubaure Bikatanaya Gopal Bikatve Jubaure Bikat miya chan sinjin gai ke sunayori na bikatve yauke verakata
Let's give one more round of applause for that beautiful rendition from Miss Dana. Thank you very much, Dana. For all who knows, our family, especially my father, has a special love from generation to generation passed on of classical singing. So thank you, Dana, for that lovely rendition of that local classical. At this time, my dear devotees, our next speaker is one who will be speaking on behalf of the multitude of godchildren that my father has. This person was asked to speak because, and personally requested by my father, because 25 years ago, he saw it fit to become the first godchild to my father and become a first person to enter into the Gurukul of our family. Since then, he has consistently lived up to the role of being that noble, pious, and humble godchild, not only to my father, but to our entire family. So my dear friends, godchildren and cheerleaders of my father, I ask you to join your hands again in applause as we welcome Mr. Leon Ajoda to address us.
Sitaram, to all protocols observed, Jai Sitaram. I was given the honor and privilege tonight to say something about my Guruji, Pundit Navin, on this very special occasion of his 50th birthday. 50 years, Baba. Going good, going strong. I hope I reach there just like you. Don't worry, I'm not too far behind. I have known Pundit Navin from the time he started Panditai right here at Sitaram Mandir. From then till now, Guruji, you have grown and elevated tremendously. I would like to say at this moment, I am very much like my Guruji, very emotional, so please forgive me if I do get emotional. We are like in so many ways, from the belly go back. As Pundit Shivam said, 25 years ago, Guruji, I made the decision with my parents to accept you and to take you as my Guru. And that was one of the best decisions that I've ever made. You have not been there just for me, but for my entire family, my children, my wife. There are so many memories that I have right here at this Mandir, home by you, from monthly satsangs, go back. What I remember most of all is when you first started Panditai, you had your little chunk. And it was so much trouble to blow there. I don't know if the shell is still there, but we had a big conch shell right by Sri Ram there. And my god brother and I would stand right outside the door, the baby would be here. And whenever he has to blow the song, we would stand up right outside there and blow the song for him. There were times, I remember a time, our monthly satsang used to be our big thing. So on a Sunday, that Sunday, we came and cleaned up the yard, and after cleaning up the yard, we decided to play football in the concrete shed right over there. Pundit Navin, Kiran, Saklal, myself, Rishi, all of us, when we finished playing football, I don't think we had a toe that wasn't burst. And that night we had Ramayana. We couldn't fold our foot to sit down on stage. Not for nothing we couldn't. These are memories that I will hold very dear in my heart forever. He is so much fun and so very spontaneous. One of the memories that I have is when he invited us for a Christmas dinner. At the end of the year, he would invite his group for dinner. And after dinner, we dressed up nice and everything and went. After dinner, Pundit Navin, that already night, decided to play a water fight. Lots of fun. Thought that the water fight was that we sat down and we trying to dry off before he dropped me home. He came with shaving cream. And after the shaving cream, he came with powder. But that is the amount of fun, and that is the type of spontaneous person he is. There is never a dull moment in the company of Pundit Navin. You always learn, you always grow, and that is one thing with Guruji. You grow and you elevate, and you ensure that your chelas, your godchildren, grow and elevate with you. Whether you spend 5 minutes, if I spend 5 minutes with Pundit Navin, I learn so much things. Always learning something new. He learns a new mantra, he will teach us it. He learns something new, always shares it, and helps us and encourages us to grow and to be better and to always do better. I was also had the privilege to be part of Satyam and Shivam's childhood. Growing up, so much fun. Satyam wanted to be a singer pundit. Shivi wanted to be a police pundit. I remember going satsang and Ramayana, and Satyam would be sleeping, and I would hold help Karen while she has to sing. So I would hold Satyam. Satyam sleeping, sound asleep, but from the time the music starts, Satyam started to dance. Yeah. He's sleeping, but he dancing. Shivi would come and sit with me on the stage on Tuesdays. Not on stage, we had carpet back then. So right in the corner there, we would sit, and they would sit on my lap or in front of me to play tabla, to play dantal. Always with me. And now, I wish and pray that my children follow in your footsteps, Satyam and Shivam, to be as successful as both of you as well. But now when they said when God can't come, he sends someone. And definitely, Pundit Navin, that is you. There is no one other. Forgive me, sorry. You see, I tell you, just like him, you know. There is no one else that I would choose to be my guru other than you. You have, and we have so much love and appreciation for you and your family. You have always welcomed me and my family. I feel like if I'm part of your family, from day one. From the time we go home, Mommy used to say, from the time you reach Mommy, Leon, come and eat. Come and eat. I think that is why we get the sin up on it. Karen would always make sure that we eat before we leave. I think he liked me more, you know. because he makes sure that he finds a wife for me just as good as Karen. And I could cook as just as good as Karen too. So Pundit Navin, from my family and myself and all of your godchildren who loves you dearly, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. And I know it might be early, but I would like to wish you and Karen happy anniversary as well. I know it's just a couple days away, but happy anniversary, happy birthday, and may God continue to bless you and your wonderful family to continue to grow and to elevate and always be successful with good health, strength, prosperity, and all that is good. Guruji, words cannot thank you for all that you have done for us. Happy, happy birthday, Guruji. Jai Sitaram.
Thank you very much, Liam brother, Liam Bhaiya, for those words of love and for continuously supporting us and being with us in every venture. We pray that Bhagwan continue to show his choicest blessings upon you and your wonderful family. At this time, my dear devotees, our next speaker is a very, very close and personal friend of my father since the inception of my father becoming a pundit, which, as said, is over 25 years. He resides currently in New York, and I speak no less of a person than Pandit Prakash Maharaj. So once more, I ask you to join with me as we invite Pandit Ji to the podium to address us in whatever way he chooses.
प्रेम से बोलो विद्रावत बिहारी लाल की जय. To Pundit Navin, I overheard that you were having your birthday, 50th birthday celebration while I was in New York, because I was coming for a family event. So then I decided to approach my boss to take 5 days off. I only got the approval maybe 2 days ago. I saw it in my email that the vacation was approved, but I came without the approval. And I said to myself, I'm going to remain for your birthday. For those of you who know Pundit Navin and myself, I started Punditai before Pundit Navin, and he came along right at my side. And both of us were taught by Pandit Vidya Jaikaran, and we were always put on the spot. Sometimes he used to say he don't want to go. I used to say the same thing. I don't think I want to go. Because for those of you who know Pandit Vidya, he's a very serious man. When it comes to learning Panditai, we had to be on our P's and Q's. Many a time, Pundit Navin wanted to give up. I used to say, no, we have to do this. We cannot give up. Why give up? And today, coming into Sita Mandir, I remember when the dirt baby was here. I remember the carpet in the ground, because I too used to have to come here sometime on a Tuesday night satsang. We try, and we try, and we try. Pundit Navin, you did a wonderful job. I must commend you, because a lot of different times I see videos. I try to catch you live sometimes, and you're doing a great job. Words cannot express the joy and happiness I feel for you and for your family. I feel very privileged to be here today. But hey, too much of speech and speech and speech. It's his birthday. Let us celebrate his birthday. मथुरा में जल्दी कन्हैया बधैया गोकुल में बाजे. मथुरा में जल्दी कन्हैया बधैया गोकुल में बाज. गोकुल में बाजे गोकुल में बाज. गोकुल में बाजे गोकुल में बाजे. मथुरा
बाजे गोकुल में बाजे मथुरा अरे मथुरा में जल्दी कन्हैया कन्हैया गोकुल में बाजे It's a happy 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 day It's a holy 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 day It's a beautiful beautiful day Happy birthday happy birthday happy birthday to you Pundit Navin Happy birthday happy birthday happy birthday to you Pundit Navin Listen to the angels singing in the sky Listen to the ocean wave dancing with joy Listen to the birds singing on the tree All of them singing happy birthday happy birthday happy birthday happy birthday to you Pundit Navin Happy birthday happy birthday happy birthday to you Pundit Navin On behalf of myself my daughter Pooja and Sarvesh, we'd like to wish you a very happy 50th birthday.
Thank you very much, Panditji, for taking time out of your busy schedule to grace us with your presence today and expressing your blessings and words of kindness and love on this very special occasion. Devotees, we only have a few more speakers, so please bear with us. Our next speaker is an attorney of law by profession and is a very close nephew to my father. Join me as we welcome our cousin, Mr. Rajiv Sumir, to address us on behalf of our family.
Sitaram, everyone. I will be very short because I'm sure everybody is tired, and I don't even have to say much about, well, everyone here would know him as Pundit Navin. We know him as Navin Mamu, so you would hear me refer to him as Navin Mamu. Now, I saw everybody came and spoke spontaneously, but I cannot do that because I might get my cousins and myself in some trouble, right? So, I just want to say thank you, everyone, for coming on behalf of the Maharaj family. Although I take my dad's last name, I always tell Mamu that I am part of the Maharaj school, right? So, our family is a bit different. The cousins are like siblings. The in-laws are like children. The aunts are like mothers. We really, really have a lovely, close family. And another reason why I had to prepare something is, my family get kind of emotional. Pretty sure they're getting a bit emotional right now. With Navin Mamu, it's being who he is, it's very difficult to lie to him. We try, he says, I know how it is. I was young once. I mean, we still continue trying to fool him and whatnot, but he knows, right? Growing up, whenever things were tough as a little child, I wouldn't know because, the seeders that he would receive at his prayers, would always find his way to our homes and homes of people that were in need. Whenever there's trouble in our family, Mamu would stop being Pundit Navin and become Navin Mamu. He closes his temple, he reschedules his prayers and other commitments. Obviously, this takes an economic toll on him, but family comes first. He always says that, and that is the man that we are celebrating here today. And I must say that he has been richly blessed with our Karen Mami. I know he gets jealous sometimes because now we call the home and we ask to talk to Mami, He was also very blessed to have two wonderful young sons, Satyam and Shivam. We are like siblings. They're very successful, handsome. I congratulate you on that, Mamu. Right? And on behalf of our family, I'd like to wish you a very happy birthday, many more to come, and we love you very much. Sitaram.
Thank you very much, Rajiv. May Bhagwan continue to richly bless you and wish you all the best and success in your future endeavors. As we near the end of our program, devotees, I ask you once again to join us as we invite the President of the Sitaram Mandir, Mr. Kiran Harichan, my Mamu, to address us.
Esteemed Vyas, Pundit Navin, Omadath Maharaj, Puja Pundit, Pundit Prakash, Samsundar Tavari and his Dharmapatni, Pundit Govinda, the President General of the Sanatan Dharma Mahasabha, Pandit Krishna Rambali and his Dharmapatni, the Upa Dharmachar of the Sanatan Dharma Mahasabha, Pandit Devdat Vyas and his Dharmapatni, to all respected Pundits, to my godmother and my god sister, the Dharmapatni of Pandit Vidya, who is sitting right outside, to our members in their absence, to our members of parliament, to our host and hostess, Pundit Navin Maharaj and Srimati Karan Maharaj, together with their sons, Pundit Satyam and Pundit Shiva Maharaj. Everybody already say what I was supposed to say. So I have a little piece of paragraph in front of me that I would just like to share with you. I have been given the privilege on behalf of the Sitaram Mandir to extend birthday greetings to our spiritual leader, Pundit Navin Maharaj. Today, we will recognize the support and dedication you have for our Mandir. You treat us like our family. For those of you who know him, he's a very proactive member of this Mandir. He's always the first one here and the last one to leave in the night. He goes above and beyond his duties to serve our Mandir. Not only him, but his entire family, his Dharmapatni and his sons as well. On this special occasion, on behalf of the Sitaram Mandir family, we would like to wish you a very blessed and happy birthday. May Bhagwan continue to bless you in a very special way, and we wish you many more happy and healthy years ahead. At this time, I would like to call on the godson of Pundit Navin, Shivan, and his wife Sangeeta, to come forward and present a small token of appreciation on behalf of the members of our Mandir. I ask you to stand, Panditji, you and Karen as well. Put your hands together and give them a round of applause. Thank you very much, Sangeeta and Shivan. As many of you know, I'm also the brother-in-law of Pundit. I have known him for almost 25 years. In celebrating this milestone, he has a lot to be proud of. He has fulfilled his duties as a son, as a husband, as a father. And to many of us, you have grown in many aspects of your life. You have worked hard, sacrificed for your family and for your people. Today you are able to sit and enjoy the benefits of your sacrifice. On behalf of our entire family, the Haricharan family and the Maharaj family of Aruka, I would like to take this opportunity to wish you a happy, happy birthday. I too share a very special bond with Pundit Navin because I would like to wish them happy anniversary as well. Put your hands together and give them a round of applause. On the 25th of this month, they will celebrate 24 years of magical marriage. But if all you didn't know, I was the one that put the ring on his finger. And I just always say that. So, all fun and joke aside, we share very strong, we have a lot of love for one another. If Panditji was not involved in the temple, together with a few people in the Mandir, we might have been down a different path, and Pandit, we owe you that. We owe you that gratitude. Thank you for everything that you have done for us on a personal level. Thank you for everything that you do for our Mandir. Thank you for everything that you do for your people. Pundit Navin, Omadath, Maharaj, Babaji, thank you. It's always a pleasure to have you here. To Pundit Prakash, all the way from New York. Babaji, I would like you to sing 2 songs after as well. Don't leave. All right, so on behalf of everybody, Babaji, happy birthday. We love you. Jai Sitaram.
Thank you very much, Mamu, as well as the members of the Sitaram Mandir family for your continuous love and support, not only to my father, but our entire family. All of you hold a special place in our hearts, and we cannot find enough words to express our gratitude to you. May Bhagwan truly bless you and your families. Devotees, at this point in our program, we pass you over to the person who has been through everything with my father in both personal, spiritual, and professional life as a pundit. He is considered to be my father's brother and is someone whom our entire family holds in very high regard. I speak no less of a person than our very own Vyas or Guruji, Pundit Navin Omadath Maharaj.
Shake baat bolo Sri Umapati Mahadev ki jai. My friend, my brother. I think you all will know Navin in many different ways. Prakash and I, or Prakash, we know him in different ways. So let me start by humoring you. Navin is an early bird. You get him in the morning very early. I don't know if that's a wise thing for your children to be calling, but at 5:15 he will get up, call you. You're waking up, and there our conversation begins. Mostly on life, religion is a major part of it. Very strong-headed, very focused, loving, very loving. So loving in that Prakash and I and him went to Miami for Bauji's here, our brother's birthday celebration. And he gets hungry. So it takes time for us to get the car. And when we get down, he starts to grumble. I say, "Pardon me, Karen, and I go put you out here." We go to read Bhagavad, and he and I are housed in the same room. He goes to sleep early, if you know Navin. He loves his sleep. I, on the other hand, am a night prowler. So if you call him after 8, he does not answer. And if you call him in the morning and you call more than twice and you don't get him, I say, "One boy, you answer the phone. Were you eating up yourself for boy? Shant, Baba, Shant." So we are given the same room, and I say, "Sleeping boy?" Say, "No." I say, "Well, I'm not Karen. So no hug up a pass in here." So you better think about Krishna, because we're getting up just now for morning session. But if not for him, and I'm sure that I can speak for Prakash and I, even we would not remain grounded. We are 1 year apart. I am the youngest of this group. Prakash, you've not probably the oldest. He is turning 50. Prakash is going to be 49 and I will be 48 this year. So we go in steps. But he anchors all of us. And for that we have to thank him. All of us. He's confident. And what Dinesh said is true. If you tell him something, book it Navin and tell him Karen. Sometimes I tell him something, I say, "Wait, Karen, the boy," because I have to know what I say. And she would leave and walk out. So I know the chronicles of, we speak every day, every single day, sometimes more than one time for the day. If we don't speak for a week and you call him, you say, "Baba, you in the country?" We have the habit of being a little bit naughty and wicked at times. I will call him and say yes. If he calls, I'll say yes, "Good night, Shogunas police station, I can help you." Or if I call him, he goes, say, "Yes, this is the fire station, you have a fire, where burning." This is how we keep our time. But his love for Ramayana is something that supersedes everything. And I will share with you, when I am stuck and I can't find things, I turn to him, especially in Ramayana. His love for his dharma is beyond anything else. His love for his family. I think he loves Karan and the kids more than anything else. Anything happens to Satyam, Pandit Devdas said, Jai Sri Chela Vaisa Guru. You know, I hit my car this week, so Satyam do the same thing. You know, and I am a night crawler, and Satyam is a night crawler. Navin sleeps, as I said, at 8 o'clock. So if you call him after that, Praki will tell you. Sometimes Praki and I talk in 10 o'clock in the night. You call him on a three-way call, while you call him for Wap, Molly can't sleep off. Yeah, it ain't like early. And this is how we go. But very focused, very loving. Can be scolding at times. And I tell you that, what I tell you, you don't listen. How much time I go talk to you? I give him his dues, that's his right. This is what he does. And when we are in trouble, we have to find somebody to go to. He is our go-to. When we have trouble, he is the man that we go to. When he has trouble, Karen is the person to go to. But when he has trouble, we are the ones that go to him. So he is our support. He is our strength. And our friendship goes back a long way. Long way. Even before I became a Pandit. Pandit Yognath talked about Pandit Jaikaran. I joined that crew a little later on. And we do lots of things. Some of it I can't share with you. Nothing bad. Don't think anything. Nothing bad. But Panditji, of course, has been a dear friend, a brother. He is also my Pandit. He does my puja. So I would not like him to adopt the philosophy that Kewat and Ram adopted. When I come to do puja, make sure I get my dachna. But my friend, what can I say? It has been a good journey. You are crossing the line. Praki is behind you, and I am not too far behind. So one after the next, we will be doing the same thing. And Praki always remarks to him, make sure if you go by Ramraj, have a cell phone. Because we will need it to talk. We cannot do without each other. So on behalf of himself and myself, my family, I want to wish you all the best. Let me take the opportunity on behalf of you and your family to invite them for Bhagavad next year. But nonetheless, to you I want to say, my friend, happy birthday. There is no better way that you could have found to celebrate. May Shri Ram continue to bless you. I hope when I return, if I do return, you are my friend in the next life. You understand? God bless you and live long. Take good care of that lady, because she does take good care of you. And she's make good cake for we. So, God's blessings and have a wonderful birthday, my friend. Ek baat bolo Sriya Yodhyapati Raja Ramachandra ki Jai.
Thank you very much, Guruji, for the continuous love and support that you give our entire family. Devotees, as my Guruji continuously mentioned during his speech, him, my father, and Pandit Prakash has a very, very close relationship. So I ask you at this time to join your hands again once more in a round of applause as we welcome Pandit Prakash Samsundar Tavari to the podium to address us.
बोलिए वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। पवन तनय बल पवन समाना, पवन तनय बल पवन समाना, बुद्धि विवेक विज्ञान निदान, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम जय जय
All protocol observed.
Sabiko Jai Sitaram, to our Katavachak sitting on the Vyaspeed, Pundit Navin Omadath Maharaj, to all you wonderful devotees, noble Brahmins. Many things can be said, and Pundit Navin Omadath really said it in a beautiful 5 minutes. We shared a beautiful relationship, but one day I asked my Dolahen, I said, Pai, why you chose Navin to be a guru? And she said to me, simplicity. He's one of the most simplest guy. And as Pundit Navin Omadath indicated, he always keep us in check, so to speak. And when you understand Ramayana Katha as Pundit Navin, whenever myself we get in a sticky situation, we call upon the Ramayana encyclopedia, Pundit Navin, and he will unravel certain things for us to allow us to become better Katha Vachaks, better readers. And when you understand simplicity, just as Hanumanji in Sundarkand, in search of Devi Sita, he was in search of devotion. And when you are simple like Pundit Navin, he's the embodiment of devotion. You heard all the individuals speak of his love and his caring abilities. But to me, his simplicity, his love and his devotion for his dharma and his family goes beyond. So to you, Panditji, on behalf of myself, Payu and Pandit Govinda, and the Ganesh Mandir, my president and his family is here, we want to wish you Shubh Janam Din on this special occasion. I myself right behind you, but like everything else in life, we will take a page from your book. As you bow our heads in prayer, close our eyes in prayer, we pray. Hari Om Om Vagarta Vivaha Sampritta Vagarta Patipattaye Jagataha Pitara Vande Parvati Parameshwara Om Krishnam Goshalam Kartubhavatam Data Pragyanam Sukham Nirviganam Gananayakam Pratidinam Bhanu Pratapudayam Shambhuste Dhanadhanya Kirta Atulam Durgari Nashanam Sara Gangate Kalupapaha Nishanidam Lakshmi Sara Tishtatu Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Boliye Satya Sanatan Dharma ki.
Thank you very much, Pandit Prakash, for your darshan and your blessings upon us on this wonderful satsang this evening. Devotees, I know we have said this a lot, but as we near the end of our program tonight, everyone has had a chance to speak about my fathers tonight. So as we close, it is an opportunity now for my brother and I to share a few words about our father. So, as him being the eldest, he will talk first.
Jai Sitaram once again, devotees. Today, gathered here in celebration, we have the privilege of honoring a man who means the world to not only my brother and I, but every single person seated here. On this special occasion, we congregate in this mandir to pay tribute to a father, a husband, a son, a pundit, a guru, and an overall remarkable human being who has reached this incredible milestone of his 50th birthday. I stand before you alongside my brother with immense joy and gratitude to deliver this speech dedicated to our father, a man who has left an indelible mark on our lives. To describe our father in a few words is a challenging task, for he is a man of many virtues. From our earliest memories, I have always admired his unwavering love and support. He has been our guiding light and a steady presence in times of joy and sorrow. His patience and understanding have helped shape the person we both are today. Through his example, he has taught us the importance of compassion, resilience, and integrity. Beyond his role as a father, our dad is an extraordinary friend, always ready to lend an aid or offer advice. He possesses a rare ability to connect with people from all walks of life, making them feel heard and valued. His warm smile and genuine interest in others have left a lasting impact on those fortunate enough to know him. His generosity knows no bounds, and his willingness to help others is a testament to his kind and selfless nature. 50 years of life is a significant milestone, a moment to reflect upon the journey traveled and the achievements made. As I ponder over our father's life, we are filled with admiration for his unwavering dedication to his spiritual path and his commitment to serving others. As a pundit, our father embodies the virtues and principles that lie at the heart of our faith. He has embraced compassion, humility, and selflessness as the pillars of his service. I have witnessed him offer solace to those burdened with grief, provide counsel to those seeking guidance, and perform sacred ceremonies that unite families and communities. I will now pass you on to my brother to continue.
Beyond the rituals and ceremonies that my father performed, he has instilled in my brother and I a deep understanding and love for our dharma and culture. He has taught us the value of faith, the importance of upholding moral values, and the need to embrace diversity and inclusivity. His teachings have shaped our character and laid the foundation for our own spiritual growth. On this special occasion, there's one person that we both would like to acknowledge, and that is our mother. She has been an unwavering pillar of support for our father throughout his journey. Her love, patience, and understanding have played an instrumental role in his ability to carry out his duties as a pundit while fulfilling his duties and his responsibilities as a husband and a father. As we look back on the past 50 years, through the many speakers here tonight of our father's life, through which we were involved and the stories which have been shared, we are constantly reminded of the countless lives that he has touched, and the profound impact he has made, and the legacy he continues to build. His unwavering dedication to his role as a pundit, guru, and spiritual leader serves as an inspiration to us all. Today, as we celebrate his accomplishments, we also express our gratitude for his selfless service and his profound influence on our lives. So to our dad, we wish you a very happy 50th birthday. And may Bhagwan continue to always be your guiding light and continue to bless you with good health, happiness, and fulfillment in all your endeavors. As your two sons, we are immensely and extraordinarily proud of you. And we look forward to walking alongside you as you continue to be that person of wisdom, devotion, happiness, and a guiding light in our lives. Thank you for being that extraordinary father and that person that we all need in our lives. Happy 50th birthday. Thank you. So my dear devotees, as we have come to the end of our program tonight, now we will pass over to the chief celebrant, as many speakers have called him tonight, who will offer us his words on this very special occasion dedicated to him. So let us give a round of applause for my father, Pundit Navin Maharaj.
Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. Jai Sita Ram. My Guruji and my Guru Mai, to my parents, to officiating Pandits, and to all of you wonderful devotees, all protocols. It's a long journey, right? And as a Pandit, sometimes we just get vexed when people take it long. So, I must thank all of you for being here and to share this wonderful moment in my life. Firstly, to my parents. You know, I always say, if our parents never give us anything in life, we should never get vexed. For without our mother and father, we'd have never been in this world. Even when the Lord had to manifest himself, parents had to be placed first. And because of having parents, we were able to take birth. And so because to my mother and my father, I love them very much. Sometimes I just get them vexed. But thank you for being my parents and always standing with me and supporting me. May God continue to bless you richly. To my guru, a very important individual in my life. And my children have taken birth hearing his name in our home all the time. As he said, I always want to be like him. He had 2 sons and I wanted 2 sons. His 2 sons played music and I wanted 2 sons to play music. He's handsome and I wanted to be handsome. He has a very beautiful wife and I wanted the same. A very important individual. I'm glad that you accepted me many years ago and I have learned a lot from you. When they do that, it's a call. Now what you're doing this evening? Nothing. You have a matikori to do. Now what you're doing this evening? You have a Ramayana to do. When you go in the Ramayana, you think it's a 1 night, sometimes it's 7 nights. So you, Guruji, may God continue to bless you and my wonderful godmother, and I'm proud to be your godson, and I hope you are proud to have me and my family in your life. To another very important individual who have molded me to where I become is Pandit Jayakaran. Unfortunately, he's not in the country, so he couldn't be here today. But as Pandit Prakash said, you couldn't quack with that man. I just tell these boys, and even sometimes when on the stage, the kind of things they will do. And if there are days he couldn't do that, he will stop the Ramayana and embarrass you. He will tell you as it is. You have to have the P's and Q's with him. And as Pandit Prakash said, he will never tell you when he's going to call you. I remember once I went to a Ramayana with him, he said, we'll call Pandit P to say a few words. I look in, who is Pandit P? Pandit Prakash wasn't there. Who is Pandit P? He said, you. I said, me? He said, Pandit, they wear pants. You have on a pants, Pandit P. But I always told these boys, whatever he have done, you know, when we had the yajna, he will put the date for the yajna and he will just show up. I have nothing in place. Book it now, I haven't gotten it. But it had worked out well, I think. May God bless him and his wonderful Dharam Patni. She's better than him, eh? Very down to earth, very wonderful individual who have always supported us in our Dharma. To Pundit Navin, Pundit Prakash, and all Pundits, thank you very much for allowing me to be part of your lives. We have many good days. We have some bad days. We just tell out one another when we have to. Right? But that is nothing. The next morning, before the day done, we receive a call. To these Pundits, Pandit Vishal is here. He and I have a conversation regular. To these Pundits, may God continue to bless them. And thank you for being here tonight. And continue the good work. To you wonderful devotees and chelas and the members of this Mandir, the executive members of this Mandir, thank you very much for sharing these moments with us, with me and my family, for standing with us. You know, Kieran said we reach early and leave last. You know what time these people was here this morning? So please, all of you going a little late, all of you don't leave and go home. From 2 o'clock this morning, they were here preparing, making the roti, cooking the food. And I said, you go and do it. I had a puja this morning. He said, you go and do what you have to do. To these wonderful devotees, may God continue to bless them. To my nows, especially this little one here. He's my godson, and he served me well. Shiva, there's nothing that I call Shiva to do. Shiva live in Warren. If I call Shiva and say, Shiva, the temple I can't make it in the temple this evening. Go and do something for me. Shiva is here. If I have to bless our car, I say, Shiva, come and bless our car. Shiva reach, prepare everything. Wonderful individual, just like all of you, wonderful godchildren I have. To my sons, I am very proud of them. They are working hard. I always tell them one thing. Don't depend on Panditai. don't depend on Panditai. When they were very small, we went to a Ramayana. Rudy and my cousin is here. We went to their home. Pandit Jivan was reading. And Pandit Jivan asked them, what do you want to do when you grow up? They were small. They said, I want to be Pandit. He said, He said, it has something called Peter Pak. It has something called Karmas. It has some all kind of thing. And Billy still had to be. And they have done well. They have walked that path. They're still in their dharma. Satyam is in Nebraska. And every so often I will ask him, I want to see a naked back boy. Let me see how the chest get looking. Just to see if he had a string around his neck still. You know, the moment they took it, they never took it off. And they maintained that. When he was going away, Pandit Govinda was there, and Pandit Govinda told him, if it's one thing bond two of us together, he showed difference. It's this string they have around the neck. So to my two sons, I'm very proud of them. May they continue. I'm glad they were able to share this moment with me. And may God may bless them. My mother did a wonderful job from the age of 1 to 25. She still does a good job. There was nothing that I ever wanted when I decided to become a Pandit. I always wanted my dhoti iron. Don't tell me you're washing it and wear just so. Being in the company of Pandit Devrat, always speak the seam, the lily white kurta and dhoti, that beautiful chandan and jet black hair. Seated in that red cressida, going from place to place. I said, you see how that man clothes look? My clothes have to look like that. And she did it. At the age of 26, I decided to get married. And my Dolahin have stand. Not in the role of a mother, but she have taken good care of me. I remember the first year I got married. And as Pandit Prakash said, you couldn't tell Pandit Vidya no. Went whole day doing puja, and we have Ramayana in the night, and that day was her birthday. I just came home and said, happy birthday. Take a piece of the cake first. I go see you at 10 o'clock tonight. And gone. She never complained. She stood. Now when she sees these little children, I used to go Ramayana after Ramayana. She couldn't go. She will babysit these children. She will sit with them, do their work. Whatever she had to do, she did it. And tell you, when Pandit Prakash said, I wanted to cancel this Ramayana. She said, you're mad? I was going to call Pundit Navin because they did all the arrangements and then said, you're celebrating your birthday. I said, when? They said they call Pundit Navin and make the arrangements. When I heard about it, I said, well, I'm going to call them and cancel her. They would do it simple. But we didn't go down that road. To you, Karen, may God continue to bless you. I am very happy and privileged to have you in my life. We'll make 24 years this year in marriage. And being with a Pandit is very challenging at times. Sometimes, on occasions, I remember my mommy's here. One occasion we sat at home. And it was a Boxing Day and the phone rang. And my mom said, welcome to Panditai. He said, them people downstairs, I don't know them. But they have a debt. So I had to go and do the funeral. She has stand by my side, and I hope she continue to stand. You ain't going nowhere. May God continue to bless you richly, to be devoted wife, devoted mother, daughter-in-law, friend. She's my friend, she's my company. You know, I tell her, I say, you're my partner. Right. She's the house partner, and Pundit Navin is the phone partner. She just tell me that. But may God continue to bless her. Thank you very much for this special day in my life. From a very young age, I wanted to do something at 50 years. Pundit Navin spoke about Bhagavad. We were really supposed to be doing Bhagavad there. But Satyam decided to go to Nebraska. Right? So the Bhagavad had to cancel. He said, don't worry, Dad. When I started work, we're going to do that Bhagavad. Otherwise, we'd have been seated and listening to Bhagavad Katha. The dream of mine, my mother said my Nana did it at 50 years. when he had his 50th birthday, he had a Bhagavad. And from that time, I wanted to do this. But nevertheless, I love Ramayana. And I enjoy the Katha very much, Panditji. You still owe me a few bhajans where they're singing nobody's phone, but we got to make up. To you, devotees, thank you very, very much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all who made preparations, who decorated, who worked on the PA system, to our members of our group, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And may God going to bless you richly. And I love you all. And I always say, people say, Nav is a good Pandit. And I always say, I'm a good Pandit because I have good people around me. So God bless you. And as I leave you, we always have to beg as Pandits, right? So I will use the opportunity to beg. We are going to have our Veggie on the 3rd of August, right? Where we are going to, this year we had plenty of work in the Mandir. And you will know I never called, we never had a fundraiser, and very few I call. And those who I called didn't hesitate to lend a helping hand. But on the 3rd of August, we are going to have our annual Veggie queue, our burger queue. So we look for your support. This is our upcoming Utsav, our Ganesh Yajna. So after tonight, from tomorrow night, you're going to have to get the WhatsApp, Every time you hear from me at 8 o'clock at night, Pandit, let's get that WhatsApp. So please support. Again, thank you very much. May God continue to bless you. We have meals provided. Please stay and partake. I see my crew is outside there. Everything's ready to serve. I know nobody is going home without eating, and we have a safe journey back to your home. Jai Jai Sitaram. I couldn't go back to Panditji.
Jai Bhat Bole Sri Umapati Mahadev Ki Jai. With these few words, my dear friends, I want to thank you tremendously and invite you to stand as we all join together in Aarti. Yani kani shabapani janmantar kritani cha tani tani vinashante pradakshina prade prade arati sri da mayan ji ki kirati tani talalita Gavat Brahma Dit Muni Narad Gavat Brahma Dit Muni Narad Varme Kavya Sukasana Kari Jai Jai Shara Madhvi Bhavana Sudaki Bharati Shri Bharati Shri Arati Shri Arati Shri Ram
गो ब्राह्मण
सुनो वीर हनुमान राम लक्ष्मण जानकी सदा करो कल्याण रवि शशि कुज इंदु बृहस्पति भृगुज भानु सिंह केतव कोडगणामपि योग चराशय प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मङ्गलं प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मङ्गलं त्वमेव माता शपिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव शान्ति 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 हरि all of us together बार दिन ये आए बार दिन ये आए बार दिन ये आए बार दिन ये आए तुझे हजारों साल ये मेरी है आरज़ू हैप्पी बर्थडे एक बार बोलो श्री उमापति महादेव की अयोध्यापति राजा रामचंद्र की पवन सुत हनुमान की टुगेदर प्रेम से बोलो श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की साधु की दंडोत सकल पंच की जय जय सीता आसनासन लीजिए right where you sit of course आरती चरणमृत prasad and meals have been especially been provided for you. The logistics will have to be worked out. Some of you will have to be displaced a little bit temporarily, but please don't leave. Stay with us. Have something to eat. God's blessings to you. Thank you so much on behalf of the family for being here. To all our pundits, our many pundits and families, we want to say, of course, God's blessings to you. And do have a safe return homes. God blessings. And until Bhagwan gives us the opportunity to meet again, take care of ourselves and each other. Home Tatsat.
Oh yeah, sit down.
Classic Radio, the voice of love, quality and class, streaming live around the globe. ClassicRadioTT.com. Our studio number 242-3830. Our WhatsApp number 368-7006. JRS Equipment Rental and Towing, rental of forklifts, dump trucks, flatbed trucks, tow trucks, backhoes, excavators and trailers. Auger pile services also available. Suppliers of aggregate and topsoil. JRS Equipment Rental and Towing. Telephone number 476-3244. Ram Trans Company Limited, 20 and 40 feet container trailers, flatbed trailers, office number 663-4427, 663-4078-242-1746. Ram Trans Company Limited, 20 and 40 feet container trailers. For show lights, smoke machines and special effects, call Swanky Lights. Call Raju at Swanky Lights 358-9305. Effects with a difference, Swanky Lights. Ramgas Sales and Services Limited, transport contractors. We are next to your kitchen, located 19 Bassi Street, Spring Village in Valsayn. For more info, call 663-4078, 663-4GAS 242-1746. WhatsApp number 3134GAS. Authorized distributors of NP LPG gas, 20 and 100 pound cylinders and gas tankers. Steve and Associates Limited, putting your comfort first. Free visits and consultancy. Located off Church Hill, Roosevelt Highway, number 60, Bassi Street, Spring Village, Valsayn. Telephone or fax 662-1637, 663-8103. Quick response. Quotations absolutely free. Professional, competent, trusted and professional. Steve and Associates Limited. Navin Lalu's streaming network, specialist in clean audio, multiple camera angle view and a photo slide for professional live streaming. Call Navin at 335-0205. Navin Lalu, bringing real-time events to you and yours. Navin Lalu's streaming network. Call him 335-0205. Also available fantastic drone footage. Navin's streaming network.